Okay, we're gonna review Alpyne today, which is a mod list that's a vanilla plus dark fantasy style mod list. We're gonna go ahead and take it through the Skyrim Marathon run, and we're gonna see if it can last a whole 2 hours without crashing and provides an overall good experience. So let's go ahead and start a new character. So this mod list offers the option to skip the introduction, which is great. Let's go ahead and do that. That way we can start our run. So if this is your first time watching this series, we're going to hit every major city. We're going to try to hit every major city, do a run through, kind of give you an idea what it looks like, test out game mechanics, and then we're going to kind of rate it at the end. And then again, I'm not a professional in any sort of way, so this is a rating coming from someone who just plays a lot of Skyrim. And if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you play a lot of Skyrim too. So feel free to rate this with me at the end. At the end, see what I rated off of, and then come up with your own rating, and then put it in the comments, and then whoever sees this in the future can see a collective rating for the game, for the mod list, I should say. But let's go ahead and start making our character and then get into it. So I think we're gonna go spell sword again. We're gonna... Oh, his face is really dirty. Let's see what kind of presets they got. Sometimes I like digging into that. Okay, so no presets, which is fine. Let's go with... I wish Bretons looked a little cooler. Let's see if we can make this Breton look cool. Okay. Bretons are kind of like old... They're kind of designed off of like old British barbarian British from a long time ago, back in like ancient Roman days, I feel. Okay. It's this is a pretty cool character creator. I like the vibe. I believe the EMB they're using for this mod list is called Cause. The K-A-U-Z, I believe. But essentially, I think it's supposed to give the game like a dark fantasy vibe. Okay, let's go with that. And let's see what kind of eye colors they have. Okay, yeah, that guy looks pretty crazy. Let's go with that. What should we name him? I'm just gonna off the cuff. Gallandor. Looks like a Gallandor, I think. Let's side with the Imperials this time. Looks like we're still cuffed. Maybe that'll change when we get out. Okay, that's weird. I think we broke the cuff spree. So I did a little bit of an interview with the Modlist Author on Discord. I'll put some of his key points that he wanted to mention in the video description if you want to check that out.
But I don't think we should stick.
I might touch on some of it during the playthrough as well.
The closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's a blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Okay, so let's start a 2-hour timer now. and hit all the major cities and see if we can succeed in that. 2-hour timer. So right off the bat, I can see right here, like as we mentioned, it is vanilla style animations. So the running is vanilla style animations. We're gonna briefly touch on this because it's in the 2-hour timer now. So photo mode, that's cool. Precision. We got smooth cam settings. Okay, let's go with that. We have S&P wind, which I believe just helps with S&P hair and armor blowing in the wind. True directional movements, and I believe I saw Sanguine Symphony and Dismembering Framework. So add those mods add kind of like a visceral part to the game. But you know, you can still feel very much like a vanilla plus mod list. Those are very subtle changes that just make you think maybe the game was always that gory. But it adds to the realism. So I can dig that. As usual, we're gonna save a lot during this playthrough because we definitely do not want to backtrack. Yeah, we're gonna leave it on adept as it shows there. And okay, let's keep running.
Listen, we should go to Solitude and
So it is kind of a breath of fresh air, you know, having a game with the default animations for hitting, especially first person. If you see my last reviews, first person attacking seems to have some issues with the hitboxes when you're doing modified animations. Specifically, I think I narrowed it down to Sigma's one-handed sword animations are just not hitting the characters or hitting the enemies. And this mod list, I don't believe, has Wheeler. I definitely think that because it's such a lightweight mod list, you could add that if you wanted to. You know, you're taking away from the original intent, I believe, in some sort of way, but I don't think it'll take away too much. It'll add some convenience. Looking at the visuals, let's go ahead and put the performance up. Okay, 47. We're running on 4K, 47 FPS. It feels smooth. I don't think EMB frame gen is on, which is good. And let's see what kind of oh, this is a cool, I don't know what this UI is called, but it does respect the vanilla style in a way. Yeah, let's put some of this on. Oh, we got a summon too. Okay. All right. He's gonna be our distraction. So already I can see, look at how good the contact is with these vanilla animations. I almost want to go back and get rid of the Sigma one-handed animations in some of the other bot lists that I play on a regular basis to kind of get that feeling back. I'm gonna turn up the volume 1 second. Okay, that's better. So treat this as a not only as a review, but if you have similar hardware or are thinking about getting similar hardware, you can kind of see how the mod list holds up performance wise. So it's like a performance test as well. We're going to be hitting all kinds of different biomes. So it's going to put some pressure on the mod list. And so far, our first 2 reviews before this were not able to accomplish a whole entire 2-hour run without crashing or without any visual issues that came up, like the compass missing. Because this doesn't have quick loot, when I was looking through the MO2, I don't think we're gonna have issues with that. So let's see if it holds up like as well as if you're just playing Skyrim vanilla, but it has like these nice textures. You know, this could be a winner. It is worth noting when I look through the MO2, there is no dodging mechanic in this. So it really is vanilla in that sense too. So you're gonna have to really position yourself in combat. Kind of like just sprint and jump out of the way or what have you. Okay, coming up on Whiterun. Hour and 53 minutes. I think the stamina usage in this mod list is a little more forgiving when you're running. So that's great. We're definitely going to need some armor. Hopefully we come across some bandits that we can fight and get their armor, or somebody on the ground that's dead so we can grab the armor off of them. Alright, so we're going to take it in. This is Whiterun. You know, the graphics are really updated. If you look at this, you can see the textures on the ground. The rocks look very realistic. Take a peek at the water. Water looks pretty good. You see, it's not like the forest version of Whiterun that we see like in the last mod list we played. So this is kind of like true to the original design. Let's see how third-person combat feels. Well, too late actually. How do the NPCs look?
Work hard for the future and leave the past be. That's my motto.
So this is a nice subtle touch. I believe this is not vanilla. This is a modified asset in the game. The Modlist Author really tries to go for, when I spoke with him, he's trying to go for like a modded Skyrim that doesn't feel like a modded Skyrim. Like you can't exactly pinpoint what was always there and what was actually a mod. And that's a point of pride that he really makes a point to achieve in the art style or whatever choices he made to put into this game. Okay, coming up on the first city.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
I don't know who actually pays this guy the money when it's such an easy dialogue to get around that. So Whiterun is normally in Modlist one of the most modified cities that you see in like reviews or Modlist previews. Yeah, the textures look really good, but otherwise it just feels like a remastered Skyrim, you know?
Fresh baked loaves, still warm for me. I know your family's honor is important to you.
Okay, so real quick, your Basker.
I breathe now in royalty and reshape this land which is mine.
That's our guy.
Red legions, for I love you.
Do we have any money at all? Can we buy some equipment? Oh no, we're bumming it. 0 gold, dressed in rags. Alright, it's a good vantage point of a view for Whiterun. There's minor things here and there that I can tell are not part of the original vanilla Whiterun, but it's so subtle that I think most people can't spot it. Okay, Dragon's Reach. Again, looking at
Ain't nobody high
NPCs.
and mighty in these halls, except in the
They look pretty
Jarl.
clean.
Don't you forget.
They don't look too weird.
We cannot afford to act rashly in times like
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not
She looks-
receiving visitors.
She looks very
I've got
Who's
my
this
eyes
then?
on you.
very rugged.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not... Well,
Yeah.
that explains why the guards let you
So, you were at
in.
Helgen.
Come on then. The
You
Jarl will
saw
want to
this
speak
dragon
to you
with your
personally.
own eyes?
No,
Next
I gotta go
time you-
actually.
So, you were at Helgen.
Okay, I gotta go.
You saw this dragon with your own eyes? Now, if you don't mind...
I hope I didn't break anything, because I think that was the natural flow of how that was supposed to go. Yeah, it's alright. I don't think I did. I don't think you're supposed to just run away while he's trying to talk to you. But that was cool. We could see the conversation cameras
Need a blade?
are kind of like Oblivion style, where it zooms into their face.
Now, walk among the stars! Ah, you were once mad.
So I loaded this list up prior to just make sure I can run it before filming. And it does run no problem with a controller. I tested it on an Xbox controller. You can just turn it on and start playing. Just like the vanilla game, you can just start playing it like that. I believe all the buttons are all vanilla style too. And yeah, so that was Whiterun. We have 1 hour and 46 minutes left. We are gonna do... Let's do the reverse route today. I know I was gonna change it up a few times, I said. So we're gonna head to Markarth and then work our way around the map. Oh, that's an interesting map. Wow, I like this version of the map. I think I like it. I think I might like this version more than the other style that a lot of these lists have on it. Okay, so we're gonna go Riverwood to Markarth, Markarth to Dragon's Bridge, then to Solitude. We're gonna try and see if we can tap Morthal, then Dawnstar, Winterhold, Windhelm, Riften. We're gonna end at Riften, and then if there's still time left, we're gonna see if we can keep going back this way. So let's go ahead and do that. Time is of the essence. 1 hour 45 minutes. So a good way to see if EMB frame gen is on is put a fire spell in your hand, or a torch even would work, and see how how the fire looks. So right now the fire looks like it's not too glitchy. So I think that's a good sign that I don't even need to check if ENB frame gen is on. Just looking at the fire, you can tell it's not. So as we're running, I'm going to touch on the 4 philosophies. Don't mind me, I'm going to be reading off of my notepad when I wrote down some cliff notes on it. The 4 philosophies of Ferroxius. Ferroxius is the Modlist author. So this is basically what he has in mind when he's building this list. So one of them is consistency. And so consistency is like all the NPCs shouldn't be rocking any gear, shouldn't have any weapons or armor or anything that the main character can't get their hands on, but also vice versa. So the main character shouldn't be able to have something that an NPC can't have either. He feels like it increases immersion if the main character fits in with the crowd. And then diversity is the second one. Diversity, what he kind of highlighted was keep things visually interesting between different areas, cities or towns, or just the nature around it. But don't make it too uniform to the point where it seems like it's modded. They need to kind of maintain their visual originality in some way from the original game. And then respect. So respect was his third one, and he's saying basically respect the game, it'll respect you. Don't go around trying to modify the combat or to push the visual graphics to a point where the engine can't handle it. And so in that sense, you know, he has performance in mind as well. And then the last one is novelty. So he believes that your list should stand out from all the others by offering something of an experience that the others cannot offer or don't offer currently. And so I think with that being said, kind of a dark fantasy vanilla plus vibe well executed is kind of what he meant by that. He mentioned Skyrim RE. I gotta admit, again, I'm not a professional. I haven't played that before, but I believe that's kind of the background history behind where this model list was built off of. And he said that on Wabbajack, this is the only Skyrim RE model list. And so that's the novelty aspect of it that he pinpointed in my conversation with him. Again, I'm probably butchering it, so I'm going to put his exact words in the description from the few questions that I asked him. And then you can see, if you know more than me about, you know, modded Skyrim from back in the day, you'll understand what he meant probably more than I did. So far, I'm holding my own pretty well. I think the other lists I was getting some trouble by now. But this one I'm doing okay. It goes without saying, Skyrim parkour definitely not in here, so don't expect that kind of functionality. I will step on those traps. Yeah, if you're a Skyrim purist, I think you're probably liking what you're seeing right now. Alright, let's see what's going on here. I think I see somebody with... Okay. Okay, you want to fight me too? Okay, if we can beat him, we can get his armor. Yes, nice. Okay. We're not slumming it. We got some stuff now. It's actually not bad. I already had a magical sword, which is pretty generous at this game. But I'm gonna try out some axe combat and maybe some dual wielding combat too. So we're gonna try out some dual wielding. So 42 FPS, but I can tell you right now, if anything's above 40, to me it feels pretty fluid. And there's no hitching so far, which means like the engine is handling the game pretty well. So I can't see my health, but I'm pretty sure when it's not showing, that means I'm not getting hurt. So far, very smooth. And then you look around, you know, the textures hold up against some of the major hitters out there. And because it's so vanilla, if you can find a way to get like this mod list downloaded onto like a portable console, like ROG Ally. I have a ROG Ally back there, ROG Ally X. Okay, yeah, maybe I am getting hurt. I hear the heartbeat. Oh yeah, wow. Okay. Did not know that. And I have nothing to heal myself right now. How do I see my health? Let's see. This is eating away at our time, but let me see if I can get our health to show. Player widget. Hide vanilla bars. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, we can see our health now. I kind of like, you know, the old school way where, you know, everything's kind of spaced out on the bottom like that. I don't think there's a way to block. I don't think there's a way to block with dual wield. I could be mistaken. Why don't we... I'm gonna get up real quick. I'm gonna get a controller and let's try and test out this game with a controller for a little while. Okay, so as usual, Xbox, was it Pro Xbox? I don't know, one of the Elite 2 controller. We're gonna use that. Okay. Let me get familiar with the layout real quick. I quite like it actually with the controller. I think I avoid controllers on the really modified mod list because there's so many game mechanics that like you can't properly map a controller. Or it just feels weird, and then you gotta go back and remember all the keyboard inputs if you give up on it halfway through your game. But if you're playing like a vanilla experience like this, I think switching back and forth between controller and keyboard and mouse, just on like whatever you feel like for the day, is a pretty cool option to have. And you know everything's gonna work the way it's supposed to, because they didn't mess with the controls. Okay, leveling is the same way as vanilla style, where we have your skills level up as you continue using it. Let's take a look at the skill tree real quick. So let's see how to do that. Yeah, okay, B. Okay, cool. So, hey, it may look like a vanilla mod list. It may look like the vanilla game in a lot of ways, but I think you're gonna have some fun kind of going into the skill tree, and it looks like there's quite a bit of options more than the vanilla experience does. So like fingersmith, I've never even heard of that. Pickpocketing. Is a good distraction. Get off the heat from us. If we encounter anything a little more than what we can handle. Okay, let's see. Prices. And food and potions consumed last longer. Do a little bit of third person gameplay. I mean, I get it why some mods exist. I mean, look at the running is pretty stiff in vanilla. I get it. And if you ask me my preference, I prefer, you know, some of the modded animations for running. Here's what I don't like though. I don't like, you know, in modern day mod lists where they have the dynamic like sprint stop where your guy starts sliding. If you see my last review, you see the guy starts sliding. Even in Apostasy that I play on my downtime, I turn that feature off, that dynamic sprint stop. I think that's what the mod is called, don't quote me. But I turn it off, and I rather have my guy just stop running when I stop sprinting instead of sliding. Alright, let's take in the sights a little bit. I think it looks good. Okay, Markarth, where are you? Okay, we're coming over Markarth soon. Fantastic. Let's see what kind of armor our guy has at the end of all this.
Like you doing out here. Go home
Milk
to your
drinker.
mother.
How dare
Until
you
next
say that?
time.
I almost want to fight you. Let's fight him. Let's fight him and get his armor. He called us a milk drinker.
What do you think you're doing?
Okay. Now we're doing better. That's on him. That's on him. He called us a milk drinker. You can't call people that in Skyrim without consequences. Especially not me. Okay, we get to test out this. This is a modified weapon too. This wasn't in the game. Spears? Short spear? Look at that. Alright. Guys, looking good. And what's our weight at? 100 carry weight right now, out of 300. We're coasting. It goes without saying, if a game holds up the whole 2 hours in this test without crashing once, or without any like visual or game mechanics, any elements of the game breaking where I'm like I gotta restart the game, it's automatically gonna get a 5 on stability. And then like visual hitching or stuttering, I think that takes away a little bit on the performance side, but for the most part, like, I'm not gonna fault a game for not getting 4K FPS, 4K 60 FPS on my 9070 XT, because I get it, it's not the most powerful GPU in the world, but I do think that not a lot of us have a 5090, so it's a good kind of upper to mid-range GPU for us, like, game enthusiasts, kind of experience what performance looks like on these lists. Especially if you dare go to 4K. If you're in 2K with this kind of hardware, you're coasting at 60 FPS with no frame gen on. That's a given. Alright, Markarth. With an hour and 26 minutes left.
Bit of jewelry for your journey home.
So as you know, third-person combat in original Skyrim was not that great, and I think I experienced that as well just now. That's why it's been so heavily modified, you know, in the recent years. Yeah, this area had the Shrine of Talos had really good lighting in some of the mod lists that we did before this. So let's take a look at it. This is a real cool little setting here to kind of take in and look at. Talos. If you want to learn more about Talos, I got some lore shorts on this guy. It's interesting stuff. Maybe we'll hit one more interior, the inn, the Silverblood Inn, before we head out of Markarth.
Gods, a woman attacked right on the streets. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note.
Nope, that's not mine.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has
This
plenty of
is an
strong
ode
drink
to
and
Skyrim's
clean
staunch
rooms.
protectors, the Imperials.
So interior lighting looks really good. You can tell with this EMB though, there's a different kind of hue to the fires than you're used to seeing. It's very orange. And even the grass out in Whiterun had very orange attributes to it. But I mean, this doesn't leave me wanting. I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm sacrificing so much going back to vanilla style by choosing to play this.
We'll drink and we'll
Hmm. Okay, so we're gonna make our way over to Dragon Bridge next, which is right here. And we're gonna go via these back roads and trying to come down the side right over here. Let's see if we can execute that. Going back to the combat though, third person, yeah, vanilla combat in third person kind of sucks. We'll try it again a few more times later, but I think what really shined a lot in vanilla Skyrim was the first person combat. That game was kind of sold with that aspect, you know, the commercials or the previews you saw in the beginning when that game came out in 2011. You really saw like everything in first person, like you immersed in the world from your own perspective kind of vibe. So it's getting late in the day now. Right now it's 6:30 p.m. But this EMB seems so far to be pretty forgiving with nighttime. It's not too dark. Even though it's a dark fantasy type of vibe. On the contrary, it's not too dark at night, which is good. You can kind of see how lighting elements work at night here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're in an area where they're much higher level. All right, well, that hour and 21 minutes left. We can still do it. We're gonna have to just kind of bypass, I think, that battle there, or I don't know, go into it with a different strategy. Let's see how we do it. Pretty sure we're still broke. Got 6 gold in our name. Let's see. We should get our wolf out. He's gonna be a good distraction. Okay. Simple. Just follow the river. We don't see the river to our right. We're off path. Otherwise, we'll make it to Dragon's Bridge. Alright, this is where we encounter them. Let's see if we can actually win this battle. Hey, where are you, dog? Where'd you go? Okay. Pause for a second here. Alright, we gotta go. These guys are OP compared to us. Oh my god.
That takes care of that.
We're gonna have to sneak around them. That's the thing about the marathon run. You can't get into every single battle because you're just like a level 1 dude running around the city, running around the world. You're not supposed to be in a lot of these regions. So we're gonna drop our wolf over there if we get caught, and we're gonna just run past them. We could also experiment with just going down the river here. They're not very good at... Yeah, let's hang out near the water. Let's see, are there any animations with picking up things? No. Well, I don't think there is when you have weapon drawn anyways, usually. Underwater looks pretty good. Doesn't look too glitchy or like it doesn't start clipping. It looks like a finished product, kind of like how Bethesda pushed the game out as kind of a finished product for their time. Okay. Okay, we survived that. Are we gonna swim our way there? I think we're gonna get out of the water sooner rather than later. Can't remember exactly where they attacked us. Let's go with a little bit of daytime traveling. And we can see the environment a little bit more. I think the weather looks pretty good. This rain really is believable. How like heavy it's raining right now. Feels quite immersive. And the sound effects. I'm sure those are, you know, those subtle things that the Modlist Author added to the game, where you can't quite remember or put your finger on if it's a mod or if it's how the original was. So this is our second Skyrim Marathon that we're running. And I always get nervous if we're going to make it to all the cities because hour and 14 minutes and we're still not at the next city yet. So we did 2. Still got quite a bit to hit. That was cool. The lightning hitting. I don't think I've noticed that before. Maybe it's in the other mod list, but I've never noticed that before. Okay. This guy might be a bandit. Just in case. This storm feels real though. It feels very immersive. I don't know. I don't know how far we are. Let's see. Okay, we're getting close. Wow, look at that lightning hitting. I wonder if you can get hit by lightning. Like instant death. No, no, a spider, not a spider, a crab killed us. So I had forgotten that you can't really see the health of the enemies in vanilla Skyrim, can you? Can it be turned on with True HUD? Let's see. No, we don't have time to dig into that too much. All right. Epic boss fight 1. Wow, it's really coming down right now. This is like, I don't know, I play a lot of Skyrim, but this is like the most realistic storm that I think I've been in this game. I don't even remember this place. Oh, never mind, I do. I've been there before. I think the only thing that will enhance the realism a little is if, like, the water goes out. Not the water, the fire goes out from the water coming down on it. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to fight you guys. Not right now. Just trying to make it to Dragon's Bridge. I'm on a marathon run. That's all. Okay, so I'm literally just following the river here. I haven't checked in a while how close we're getting. Let's see. Oh god. I follow the river too much. I missed a fork. I gotta turn around. Alright, that shaves off some time. 1 hour and 9 minutes left. Will we make it to Riften at the end of the run? before 2 hours. Or will we get stopped short? Are we back on track? Yeah, kind of. I think we gotta veer right a little bit to get back alongside the river. It might be asking too much, but I think the next level in realism for Skyrim weather is if the ground becomes saturated with water, that your guy gets muddy running on it, or like you see splashes coming up from his footsteps. His or her footsteps. I think that that's next level. And like puddles forming on the ground. But I think that's a little bit beyond what this game can do right now. Oh goodness. Alright, am I facing the right way now? Yeah, it looks like I am. I think if you play this mod list and you want to add your own little touches on here without taking away from the mod list, you could add things to it. Like Jellyfish came out with like these swimming animations, which is where you can see your character's arms and hands kind of swinging around while they're swimming. And also some of the other animations for first person, where you can see your arms swinging around while you're running. I believe that's from Jellyfish as well. That could add to this mod list, I think, without affecting really any performance or taking away from the true intent of what is trying to be accomplished here. That's kind of in line with the vision, I think. Kind of makes me nervous not seeing the health of these enemies though. When I'm fighting them, I'm like, am I doing any damage or not? Alright, I think I see Dragon's Bridge up ahead. With 1 hour and 5 minutes left. I think we might be able to even hit, if we don't get caught in some type of combat scenario, I think we might be able to get to Solitude even before the 1 hour mark. Okay, civilization. Let's save the game. Okay. This goes back to his diversity. This is definitely not vanilla Dragon's Bridge. It might be a fusion of it because his bridge looks like it could be vanilla. But like this here, that's not vanilla. And so I think it's visually striking and memorable. But also looks like, you know, is this game is this game modded or is this vanilla Skyrim? I can't tell because all the way up until this point it felt vanilla, and then this is here. So this must be vanilla too. Oh wow, that's really close to me. I don't know about you, but I've never been struck by lightning in Skyrim before. But I came pretty damn close to having a first right there. I really wonder if it does damage. So 50 FPS, open world. Again, no stuttering. It's running smooth as butter. Alright, Solitude in the distance. Let's see how this iteration of Solitude looks. What do you think? Is it going to be heavily modified? Or will it be vanilla? What's cool is it gives you the modified towns or cities without the feeling like, wow, there's so many mods here that this game must be unstable or I'm gonna crash at any moment now. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm playing a mod list that just seems so different than vanilla, it makes me think like, is my save gonna get corrupted eventually, or is this gonna just start crashing randomly on me and I'm not gonna figure out how to fix it? But like now I'm looking at these cities, you know, redone, but I'm not feeling like I'm playing a game that's unstable.
Position. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Get on with it!
Traitor.
Look at some NPCs.
You should tell her that her uncle
You
is
betrayed
strong,
us.
betrayed his
So
heart.
you realize our guy, okay, well granted, our guy is a Breton. I think Bretons are short. But if you also have this mod list and you feel like your guy is just so short, which is an issue in Skyrim, there is a mod out there right now that adjusts the height in first person so that you're not like some super short person and you're realistic. Your height is realistic compared to the others from this perspective. And that's another one you can add to this that doesn't take any performance, doesn't take away from stability really, and also is in line with the vision of this list. So I just got a notification on the top left, says dependence broken. I don't know what that means exactly. It's a mechanic to the game that I'm just not aware of yet. Alright, so we're gonna run in, we're gonna take a peek at the Blue Palace. We just hit 1 hour left. And then we're gonna head out to Morthal. Then what is it? Falkreath? And then no, Morthal, Dawnstar, Winterhold, and then from Winterhold we're gonna hit up Windhelm and then Riften. All goes well.
I swear to you, unnatural magic.
Please don't interrupt the court.
There are strange noises and
The
lights.
Imperials
We
are
need
good
someone
for
to
business,
investigate.
and business
Then
is
we
good
will
for
immediately
Skyrim.
send out a legion to scour the cave and
So you can see
secure
their
the
hair. The NPC hair is vanilla style in a lot of ways, where it kind of looks like it's all stuck and gelled on their head.
Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
And if that bothers you,
Tempered reaction.
if you don't mind tinkering with this list, it could probably take it, no problem. You can add overhauls as you see fit.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. What about the king?
just don't stray too far from the vision of why you would play this list if you chose to play it. Otherwise, you're going to start to lose the love for it that you originally had. I can totally see somebody putting hundreds of hours into this list because it just seems so rock hard stable, and the graphics are updated to current gen. It holds back in some areas, but it's subtle where it holds back. And I think it'll hold up on hundreds of hours. I mean, we'll see if it holds up. If it holds up 2 hours, that's a good sign. It'll be the first one to make it through the Skyrim Marathon without crashing. Let's go ahead and leave this area and make our way down to Morthal and see what kind of mods there are on Morthal.
Mind away.
Again, if you have an RLG ally, there. That's a visual issue right there. But I mean, that could be patched pretty easily. That's not game breaking. Alright, let's go ahead and take a leap into the water from here. Alright, let's mark Morthal. Right here, this is different. This ship is not here normally. It's my first time seeing this ship in any mod list. It's interesting. So there's like a dock here. There's no ship currently, but you can see how this dock is here and it's lined up with where the ship would board. Red wave. How interesting. Okay, so I am aware now that Skyrim mod lists, or even vanilla maybe, there was always a current in this area from what I've seen, but some lists just make it stronger than others. I don't know exactly how it's done, but I do know that I could hardly swim in an opposing direction to the current in Mages and Vikings, for example. But even when I was playing Apostasy the other night, I noticed I had the same issue in this area. Good job, Wolfie. So the Modlist author updated this game on January 13th, this mod list. So he's taking into account, I'm sure, a lot of the mods that are out right now and kept the game the way it is regardless. I've never seen this take on Morthal. This is my first time seeing a Morthal like this. I don't know what mod pack this is, but it's interesting to see a new version of it.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel
Very
safe in
interesting
our own
architecture.
homes?
See, you can already see what I mentioned earlier, his diversity in
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
making the visuals interesting when it comes to the cities and towns to make it more memorable. Like, this is memorable architecture. Granted, Morthal has a look in my head that's kind of burned in how it's supposed to look. But also, when you play this list, you'll be like, wow, it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like anything I've seen on the list before.
Someone comes in. Kick off your boots, stay a while. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I got nothing but time these days.
Like this inn? This is a new inn. This is not an inn that was in Morthal before. It's true to the architecture on the outside, the way the doors are. Nice attention to detail. Look at that. Very cool. Okay, these guys are spazzing out in the water. Maybe they're just having a swim. Okay, so that's Morthal. I think that was cool. I'm glad we stopped by there. We're gonna make our way to Dawnstar next. So originally the Skyrim Marathon, it didn't mention going to Morthal and Dawnstar. Those are like kind of bonus points. We were supposed to hit just all the major cities, but we had a few minutes left. I think like 18 minutes left or something of that sort on the last playthrough when we did our first run. So it made me think that maybe we can squeeze in some of these towns, rightfully so, because of how modified they can look in these mod lists, to kind of showcase them and see the visual art style that this list went for those towns. So 41, I saw the 46 FPS, 49. So far, I have not felt a single stutter in this list. Which, I mean, I literally feel like I'm just playing the vanilla Skyrim. In all the good ways, is how I mean that. Like, I feel like this game is so stable. Because it feels like it's not been tampered with. Jesus.
You'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead.
Will I be easier to rob when I'm dead?
You're dead.
Not dead yet, buddy.
Dead.
Nice. Oh, look at that. Even decapitation. And we get to test out two-handed weapons thanks to you. Thanks for that, buddy. There we go. Sorry, that was a little gory. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so let's equip the two-handed weapon and try to take that for a test drive. Okay, 47 minutes left. I think we're making good time. I think we're gonna finish the run. Don't fast forward to find out. Try to see, keep it a mystery. Let's see if we do. What's cool is open world. I just seen it hit 58 FPS, which is pretty good. And the snow doesn't look terrible. Like, snow is really hard in Skyrim to make it look good. What I found interesting about this list is that when I went to go start a... when I opened it up to see if it works, and I looked at that I had some games I could load on there, it actually had all of my saves from my vanilla Skyrim that somehow got integrated or got pulled into this. And I've never seen that on the other lists that I played. Alright, let's see how we do against this. This troll. Alright, we're out of here. Is he coming after me? Yeah, he's coming after me. Come on, make it to the water. Can't come in the water. I bit off more than I can chew. Oh. Alright, he's distracted fighting those. He's distracted fighting those. Alright, here's our chance. We're gonna cheap shot him. We're gonna cheap shot him. Oh no, and we still died. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I just don't know how strong they are. You can't see their level. And you can't see their health going down. Which I guess adds to the immersion, right? That's realistic in a lot of ways. Like, do you want to fight this person? You don't know anything about them. Or you want to fight this creature? Like, you don't know how strong they are. And so that's a pretty cool aspect that I think like maybe you shouldn't tamper with and add a mod that tells you all the details. Or even if there's a setting in this game already with the mods that already exist, if you can expose that information, perhaps just keep it disabled the way the Modlist Author intended, because it's kind of funny, kind of cool. It's definitely immersive. Did we level up at all yet? No, we didn't even level up once yet. Try a little bit of spear work again. No, we're not gonna fight him this time. We're gonna keep going. But we need a distraction in case in case he comes after us. Okay, here we are. I haven't looked at the map in a while. I didn't think we were getting here this soon. So here's Dawnstar. Yeah, I believe it's been tweaked as well. It's subtle because it kept true to the architectural design of the original Dawnstar. But I don't remember that main building being that huge. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a pro. I just play a lot of Skyrim, and most of my Skyrim time's gone into modded Skyrim, to be honest. Granted, I probably put over 500 hours into vanilla Skyrim when it first came out in 2011. But of the recent years, they're modded Skyrim.
The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're
Looks pretty
loyal to
cool.
Dawnstar.
Let's go check out the inn, and then we're gonna head out. 42 minutes left to go. I'm curious to see how Winterhold looks.
It's a curse. It has to be. I've got to get out of this town.
Irgnir, get a hold of yourself.
And the fires are so orange with this EMB on.
They are just dreams, my dears.
Alright, so Dawnstar done. Next, Winterhold. And then Windhelm. So Winterhold's that way. I'm pretty sure there's a road up here that connects. Is there? Well, no, that looks like a pretty huge disconnect, to be honest. You'd have to take this road all the way up here to get to Winterhold, but that requires backtracking. I wonder if I should run along the... I might run along the water, actually. Let's do that. Come up from behind on Winterhold. What time is it? We've been running all day, I think. I think at the last time we hit weight, it was like 7:30 a.m. Let's do a sunrise run. Well, first of all, let's take a look at the nighttime here. Oh wow, that looks really good. Wow. It's like a game that came out last year. In fact, I'd be surprised if you could find a game that came out this year that looks this good at night. Okay, 4 a.m. We're an athlete. We wake up at 4 a.m. and we go running. Along the shore. This game is very generous with its stamina. I can hold sprint down, and I won't stop running, which is nice. Oh, I forgot to notice or mention anything. I don't think there's a depth of field on right now. In fact, let's see. You know what? I don't even know the hotkey to enter the EMB. Maybe that's for the best. But I don't think there's a depth of field on. Which I think is to its benefit because you can see things in the distance instead of just blurring it out. And the graphics are good enough, the way they redid it, that it doesn't look terrible in the distance. The way they generated all the LODs. I don't see too much pop in. I guess we could try to pay attention more now to see if we see pop in. But I'm digging the UI. I'm digging the fact that it's vanilla style, but it's definitely not vanilla. Hell, I had no idea this whole time. That I'm moving slower because of heavy armor. It's alright, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. We're moving fine. I'm quite enjoying it. You know, you play such heavily modded lists sometimes that you feel like, how could you ever go back to like vanilla Skyrim? Well, with the help of a list like this, it's actually not too much of a compromise. In fact, it could be preferable in a lot of ways. Again, stability is one of those ways. It gives you the confidence that you would have playing the game without any mods. I am here, but I'm not. Oh my god, I'm not a threat. Oh wait, no, you guys are a threat to this guy. Let me help him out.
Get away with it! Not You're dead. You hear me? Dead!
I don't think we picked up any potions, have we? We gotta be careful what we're doing here.
Another day.
Okay, the wolf got him. Good job. Good job. And we get to try out a two-handed sword. I think we gotta switch to light armor. Let's do that. And let's use this here. Do we still have the issue? Okay, we're wounded. Now we're slower because we're wounded. Maybe that'll go away if we heal ourselves.
Sir, I ain't got no interest in magic users. Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.
You're just some bard out here mining stuff, huh? These guys came up on you?
Until next time. Seen enough.
All right, do we still have that? We still have the wounded.
My day to know to stay away from it.
Just switched armors. And now we're wounded. And it looks like we can't sprint? Is that what it said? Regenerate 60% slower. Movement speed is reduced. You cannot sprint. Oh, well, fantastic. So that's cool. Wayfarer, you get experience points for just running around, I think. So that's something added that the vanilla one didn't have. The vanilla experience doesn't have. What time is it now? You take in the sight, 6:30 a.m. You see the sun's rising. I think it's perfectly executed so far, the way the lighting is coming off the horizon in the distance. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's amazing that this game came out in 2011 and that you, granted, you gotta add some mods to it, but that you can modify it to the point where like even modern day titles can't hold up to it. Can't live up to how well this looks. I mean, it shows its age in some areas. It's evident sometimes, especially in snowy areas. Or when you look at NPCs, they don't look as good as the NPCs sometimes in modern day games. But I mean, there's NPC replacers that make them look better too. But just, I don't know. Name another instance from a game in 2011 that you can still say looks like this, or with mods can still look like this. All right, so Winterhold, here we are. We have 31 minutes left. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely modified. We're gonna run real quick to the college. Oh, I don't know. Is she gonna let us in?
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Okay. We're just gonna get a quick peek, lady. Don't worry. What the hell? Okay, we can kind of see how it looks. This is an add-on. I've never seen these guys here before. But also, it's a good vantage point of Winterhold. So, this is definitely a huge overhaul, I would say, of Winterhold. But it's not the typical one that you would see. It's a unique experience. Like the Modlist author said, visually unique. And memorable, because it's definitely an overhaul. It's just not one I've seen before, and a lot of the popular mod lists have the same overhaul. So we're gonna just drop into this inn real quick, and then we're gonna move on.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some
Okay.
horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation.
Are we still injured? Yes, we're not still injured. Okay.
I've already corrected it for future expense.
Let's keep our run. And let's see how far we can make it. Let's see if we can make it to Riften. Before nightfall. It's early in the morning. We're gonna hit Windhelm. And then Riften. All before night. Sorry I saved so much. It's just, you never know when you're testing these lists if a crash is going to happen, or we're going to encounter something at level 1 where we just get completely destroyed and we don't finish the marathon because of one little technicality like that. And again, this is my opinion of the game. My rating at the end should not carry much weight with you. I think if you're sitting here watching this entirely, I think you should write out in your mind or out on a notepad what your version of the rating would be. And then if you'd love to share it, share it. I would love to see it. If you share your rating the same sequence I put my rating, and then anyone else watching this list is probably going to be curious, is this list worth looking at? And then collectively seeing other people's reviews is going to give them a little bit better understanding, and a little bit more foundation on what to believe going into it. Ultimately, we're hardly scratching. This is Skyrim. You can put 1,000 hours to the game and still play it. So we're hardly scratching the surface of the game. Okay, are we gonna go up and down? We go up this way. Come down the hill. Okay, let's do that. Okay, looks like we have some action up ahead. We'll see if they're hostiles to us. No.
What manner of magic is this?
And I thought the broadsword earlier was a two-handed weapon. That was my mistake. Okay, it seems like if we just hug this water line and go right, we'll hit Windhelm. I've never approached it from this angle before. That feels so much better than modified first-person combat with Sigma one-handed sword animations. I think most people should probably notice that as well. Sometimes the choice not to mod something is better than the choice it is to mod it. And I think that serves as an example. Alright, so we're gonna run up through here. Another one is horse modifications. Granted, there's one that came out recently that improved horses.
Oh.
I don't have time to talk, lady or girl. The horse one that came out recently was really good, but like up until then, horse mods, like I feel made horses jankier than what they were in the original game, and that it should just been left alone. Alright, Windhelm. This is Windhelm. We have 23 minutes. We're going to take a peek inside the Jarl's chambers, or the Palace of Kings. and then we're gonna make our way to Riften. And I think we can make it. We'll see. This looks pretty good. The lighting in here, the way it bounces off the stone on the ground, very nice touch.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long? You're going to wait.
All right, marathon runner coming through.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse.
All right, to Riften. I think this road... Is it this road right here? Yeah, I think it's this road right here. We stick to this road here, we should be on track. For the most part, Windhelm looked pretty standard. It looked pretty vanilla to me. It's not a bad thing. Just an observation. $10 a.m. I think we're gonna make it to Riften before nightfall. It's like a 2-day journey, 3-day journey around the map. Distracting. So, if you're wondering what that sound is every time we kill them, it's a mod called Sanguine Symphony. So it can be turned off if you really want to. To me, it doesn't bother me so much. If anything, it tells me when the enemy actually dies, so... This guy. We see this guy every time we play.
Mike wishes you
Oh,
well.
there's the elephant. Did the elephant go flying up in the air again? Oh, I saw it lift up off the ground. I don't know what it is about these elephants flying in the sky. Maybe I'm seeing things. I don't see anything in the sky this time, though. So one of the reasons why Skyrim never dies is because it's so addicting to like look on Nexus for the next great mod that comes out and modifying the game. But I think modifying the game even more, which can introduce instability, right? Because if you see a new mod unless you just discovered it from browsing, and if you see it on the front page as a new mod, you're gonna be essentially a beta tester for it. And you want something? All right.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish. Don't you walk away from me.
Oh, wow. Wow. I did not think she'd take me out that quickly. Let me finish that thought. So, if you commit to a mod list like this, where you're committing to kind of the vanilla style, then I think you'll be able to kind of abstain from downloading the latest mods and tweaking this game even more, because you're into it because of how unmodified it is and how stable it seems, right? And so you might not get bit with that addictive Skyrim modding bug so much. Or if you stick to the philosophy of this Modlist Author, where it has to kind of meet the 4 criterias, right? So like consistency, like don't modify it to the point where you're exceeding the engine, the game engine limitations. You're not modifying the combat to the point where things could be janky. Man, they're coming at me hard. They really don't want me to make it to Riften today. We gotta play it smart here, guys. We're gonna make it there. Jesus. Okay, 16 minutes. I think we can still make it. It's just a freaking gauntlet. It's a damn gauntlet up ahead. Can we take a high road? Anyways, you know what I was trying to say earlier. I think I'm not gonna keep babbling about it. Man, I hate having to play the coward's route on these playthroughs, but running across the map at level 1, it just makes you incredibly subjected to some OP encounters. Okay. Yep, we're still on track. Let's get our wolf out and get him ready for distraction if we encounter anybody else. Is the right way? Yep. All right, let's see the leveling up mechanics here. So, let's go into maybe Magica. Let's see this skill tree. Yeah, so this Wayfarer tree looks like it really emphasizes exploration and kind of like living out in the wild. Lore, cave dwellers, acquire better knowledge about spiders. How interesting. To have to like to put points into that, it's an interesting kind of playthrough you're gonna be in. Let's just do that. And then, do we have another point? If we do, I'm gonna put it into swords. Alright. That's better. I can summon him without costing so much. I don't know why I hear fire. Is it you? Is it because you're on fire? This guy is massive. I think we came across those guys on the way to Markarth, actually. I wonder if they did a full loop like I did. I think they might have. They're like kind of on this like preset path. I think we might have re-encountered them just now towards the end of our run. Why does this guy look like he's gonna fight somebody?
Well, look what we have here.
Yes.
Alright.
I'll teach you to talk to me that way.
Let's go.
Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Son of a... Damn you!
Ooh, I got you good on that one.
This ends now. Come on!
This guy cheering in the background. What are you cheering for, me or him?
That's it. That's your best.
Got you good on that one. Got you good on that one. Man, I don't know when he's gonna go down. Can't see his health.
You've already lost.
Oh my god. No, 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 no. Come on. Wow.
Not so tough now, are you?
Wow.
Yes? Until next time.
Yeah, you're very friendly now. It doesn't really match what you were just talking crap just a moment ago. Alright, well, we were not victorious there. But I like to think that if you encounter him organically through your playthrough, you'll be a much stronger character. That you could beat him. I feel like we had him though. We were going at it pretty hard. I wonder where his health really was at. Like if we were just about to beat him, or if our punches were so weak at like level 2 that they were hardly doing anything. Alright, so we got 8 minutes left. Let's mess around with this bandit camp real quick and see... Probably gonna regret this. Let's see how long we last.
Death is what you want. Come on. Over here.
Picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Alright, so that was a really close battle. But let's test out this guy's bow.
Snow with your...
See if we can get some high ground.
You'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead. You're gonna die for that. Go ahead, try and fight back.
Alright. Little peekaboo strategy worked.
Think you can take me?
Can we cheap shot somebody over here? Okay. Gotcha, sucker. This is some Call of Duty, some medieval Call of Duty right now. We are doing much better than I thought we would. Oh my god, I spoke too soon. That guy just hit me out with his crossbow. Got too cocky. Alright, well, we have to make it to Riften. So we're gonna keep going. That was fun. I think this is a good balance, the way they chose the leveling works in this, where like you get experience for exploring under Wayfarer, which adds to your experience pool, but then you also have to level up skills by using it over and over again, like how vanilla was. I wonder if it's a little bit more generous so that you don't have to keep spamming a spill to level it up. That would be a nice attention to detail there. That's some interesting armor you got on there.
Good afternoon. Take a look.
This lady's straight from Morrowind, looks like. Alright, well, I don't have I have 9 gold. Okay. Well, maybe I can sell you some stuff and see, does that give us enough to buy anything? Okay. No, we got 60 gold. That gives us nothing. Alright, farewell.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften,
Oh no.
you pay the visitor's tax.
The bribe. We got 60 gold.
For the privilege of entering the city.
It's 80
What
gold.
does it matter? Call it what you want. You don't pay,
Okay.
then you're not getting in.
Alright, well, I got another way to get in, and I got 3 minutes and 10 seconds to do so. You're not gonna stop me from finishing this marathon. I'm too far. Nope. Okay. Where's the water at? This way? Here we are. So I like the fog detail over the water. That's a nice touch. And then the mountains kind of in the distance, but the clouds blocking it. You know, all of that detail and still running 51 FPS, very smooth. Yeah, this list runs very smooth and very stable. Look at the way the sun shines through the windows. That looks like almost like realistic.
I'm the brewmaster around here. What did you want?
I don't want anything from you, buddy. All right, 1 minute. We hardly made it through this marathon, but we made it. So, let's use up that last minute and see as much of Riften as we can. Okay, let's go inside the Temple of Mara. That's a nice statue. Yeah, the textures in here are definitely redone. Okay, so that's our timer. No. So
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
I think this mod list is definitely for the people who like vanilla Skyrim, but wish it just had a little bit extra. I think it adds to it in a subtle way where it still respects the original experience. I think it modernizes the graphics. I think the combat is still true to the vanilla combat. And I think that this, you could probably put hundreds of hours into this list and it'll be stable for you. I would be careful going down the rabbit hole of adding more mods to it, but if you do kind of stick to the core philosophies, again, I'm going to put his philosophies down inside the description of this video, and you're going to see my rating of what I rate this mod list, the verdict. But again, take it with a grain of salt. You're the main person that's going to be reading this, is how I want this to kind of be seen as. So feel free to put your version of the rating, pause the screen when I post the score, and then put your version of it in the comments section. I think that's pretty engaging for you guys as well, but also informative for anyone else who sees this video in the future. And it gives this mod list a fair shake and a fair shot at getting the ratings it deserves. by seeing the collective opinion of it. Again, it's actively updated. The Modlist author has been doing this mod list for over 2 years now, and seems like he knows what he's doing. So definitely check it out. Again, this is Alpyne Skyrim. The Skyrim mod list is called Alpyne. You can get it on Wobbajack. It's like under 200 gigs. You'll see that in the description as well, the size of it. And if you want to see more content like this, other episodes in the series, the thumbnail should be popping up any moment now. Feel free to subscribe as well and like it if you do like this type of content and you want to be informed of additional episodes that come out. I'm going to try and do episodes every Monday. Of course, sometimes things pop up in life and I can't do that every single time, but I'm going to try and shoot for every Monday a new mod list. And I'm open to suggestions. So if you have other mod lists you want to recommend that I try, you want to see it on here, ones that you swear by, let me know. I'll give it a shot. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.